that is to be turned into a book?
I think by organization, it's the chapters that I'm talking about. Chapter 1 has to, for instance, when you're starting, you can start with an introduction. You introduce the story that you are going to write about, and then you have chapter 1. Chapter 1 would be, maybe if I'm writing on shoes, how you find materials to make a shoe. Then chapter 2 would be maybe the process of making the shoe. Chapter 3 would be maybe the finishing of the shoe. Chapter 4 would be, packaging of the shoes. Chapter 5 would be maybe how to start, promoting the shoes. And chapter 6, where to sell the shoes. So it has to be in that kind of order. You can't start with selling before you make the shoe. So that's where the organization comes in. But mostly with the authors that have really helped, most of their work is not really organized. That is now comes to the duty of the publisher and the editors of the book. I've helped a lot of men of God write books. Basically, they give me their sermons, and I look at their sermons and organize for them. So that is really not a very important thing, especially for a publisher. We organize the work for you. You can just write. There are people who have written so many different topics and over the years, and they can't just have the time to organize it, but we do it for them.
But why should we have editors? Yet I've written my piece of writing, submitted to you for publishing. But why? Why do you think editors are so important?
I think editors are very important because, when you are writing, you are in a thinking mode. And you actually write direct from your thought mode into a written mode, and things won't sometimes be there will be shortcuts. Like going to town, I found somebody who just say, go, as I was going to town. Somebody. That's the way you would actually write it down. So there are all those small things, punctuations, full stops, that needs an editor. And the thinking, the planning, and the writing of the book itself needs to have an editor. And it makes life very easy for the publisher to actually finish work if a book is edited.
Thank you so much. Now this time I think you have highlighted a lot of issues that are needed in the art of writing, and specifically publishing a book. Now let's come to the part of where publishing is concerned, and I know you are a publisher. What are some of the challenges that you have faced?
I think when I started the project of publishing, my passion was that I see many Zambians who have failed to find publishers, see their book on the shelves or just have a copy in their hands of their work. And when I started the project, I actually took it upon my heart and sponsored about 10 authors. So I got the materials from the 10 authors, developed their work into books, and we published the books, and we even gave them the starting copies to just go and market out themselves. And that, I think, didn't go very well in terms of the response back, in that I think it was more like we baby fed.
Okay, spoon feeding.
Spoon fed almost all of them, and they didn't have that burning desire to take their books to the next level. And it was a learning curve, and we decided that, okay, since people are not able to move to another level when they don't spend a dime on the book, it's better they pay for the book. So now we actually charge for publishing books, and we have seen people are more serious when they pay for something.
Thank you so much. Pastor, would you define what publishing is?
Publishing is a very, very, very big business around the world. Almost everything that we do in our day-to-day is published. For instance, your letterheads, they need somebody to publish them.
I see.
Almost all the documents that you use, you need a publisher, you need a printer. And it's quite a very big business. But when it comes to book publishing, I think looking at Zambia, it's growing now. I've seen a lot of authors, especially with the authors that we have dealt with. There are some that have written over 10 books, one person, and they've kept them over the years. because they didn't know where to go. The publishing business, a publisher is a friend to the author. He actually comes in like a mentor who, sits down with the author, plans with the author to say, listen, this book, let's do this and that. And after, that agreement has been done, of course, there's an agreement that you sign with the author to say, okay, this is how I want my stuff done. Most of the times it's a situation where, because most of the people don't have the resources, we say, okay, listen, we'll help you at the beginning with so much, but then as you start selling your books, you'll be able to do ABCD. So that's the thing. The publisher is a friend who helps the author see that the book is done.
Wonderful. Now, what are some of the things that are involved into publishing from your own experience?
Basically, I think in publishing, number one, you need to have an open heart, in that, you need to accept all kinds of people. So you need to be a people person. And of course, the material. Like, for instance, I am more on the Christian background. I'm a preacher, and the books that we accept are those books that won't corrupt society in terms of language, in terms of belief. We accept educational books, we accept motivational books, we accept Christian books, and all books that can actually build a person. But if it's something to do with, say, things like robbery, how to rob a bank, we'll never publish that.
In short, crime.
Yes, anything that corrupts
the mind,
anything that is out of the word of God, we actually don't accept. So we actually scan all the scripts, and if somebody has written things that I feel that are not right, I would tell that person to see another publisher.
Well, this time when you came to Zambia, I know there were a lot of people out there who have been listening to this program, and they have been calling me and they have been calling you. Have you received a warm response from them, or it's not?
No, the response has been very good, and I think most of them are actually following my writings on Facebook and my websites, and the response is quite very good. I've seen that people have taken writing on a serious, level, and I think we have now authors almost throughout the country. We have authors who are coming as far as Mwense, Chipata, Solwezi, Mazabuka. We just finished doing a book for Mr. Renox Chela in Mazabuka, and so far he's even told me the copies are sold out. So It's a sign that people have acknowledged his work. And we can just encourage those that have never had an opportunity to see their book come to life, to get in touch. We are accommodative, we do not discriminate, and we'll help you.
How do people get in touch with you? I know some might have heard you, some have your website, others can join you on Facebook. But right. Maybe someone was just tuned into the radio today. How do they get in touch with you? Especially that you are about to leave Zambia.
They can actually send me an email. It's very easy. Just PTTLYD@gmail.com. PTTLYD@gmail.com, or they can send an SMS or just call 097-435-9322. 097-435-9322. Or if you have access to internet, you can just Google Elijah Miti and you get the websites where you can get information.
I know your family is in Pretoria, South Africa. Now, by that time you'll be in South Africa. If someone in Zambia wants to get in touch with you, have you got some people who are there as your agents here in Zambia?
Yes, they are, but at the moment, I think technology has gone to another level.
Yes.
I'm able to receive phone calls. I'm able to actually receive messages even in South Africa. So they can text, I'll still reply.
I see.
Yes.
Just on the art of publishing, I know there are a lot of challenges, and I know where there is a will, there is a way. What are some of the things that you would want to expect to do in this publishing industry in order to take it to another level?
I think we're so thankful that government is supportive in developing the reading and writing culture here in Zambia. My passion is more that we see more libraries in Zambia, even in schools, in provinces, in districts, where young people can walk in and read a book like Jelita and Molenga. You remember those books?
Yes, please.
And I can encourage even the authors. Most of the people are writing more motivation, more on problem solving, but we need to look at the wider youth, our children, because they are our future generation. So we need to write books also in the kids category that will build our children. And I'm so grateful that we have one author, a very respected man in society, Senior Chief Kanongesha Mwata. He has written 6 books, and out of the 6, 2 are actually folk tales, which will actually help a lot of these kids understand the Zambian folk tales. Because at the moment, if you see the kids these days, they're just on PlayStations and doing cartoons which do not even relate to our culture. But if they're able to read stories like we